100-point game to LeBron James' historic climb to the top of the all-time scoring list. We're covering every major NBA scoring record held by legendary players and explaining why they hold a special place in the hearts of basketball fans everywhere. You don't want to miss this. Most points in a single game. Wilt Chamberlain, the giant of the game, holds the ultimate record with an unreal 100 points for the Philadelphia Warriors against the New York Knicks on March 2nd, 1962. Not 98, not 102, but a perfect round 100. And of course, this record was set by one of the most dominant players ever. Chamberlain was an absolute force of nature, towering over everyone else on the court. He wasn't just an offensive machine, but a well-rounded athlete who could compete with players much smaller than him. That night in Hershey, Pennsylvania was unforgettable. With New York starting center Phil Jordan out with the flu, Chamberlain was unstoppable. He scored 23 points in the first quarter, 41 by halftime, and then 28 in the third quarter. The crowd began chanting, "Give it to Wilt, give it to Wilt," and the Warriors did just that. By the fourth quarter, the Knicks were trying everything to stop him, even fouling other Philadelphia players to keep the ball away from Wilt. But the Warriors were determined, committing fouls to get the ball back to their unstoppable superstar. Chamberlain's 100-point game remains one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring achievements in NBA history. But it wasn't the only mind-blowing record set by the unstoppable Wilt Chamberlain. Most points in a single season. Wilt Chamberlain once again reigns supreme. He racked up an insane 4,029 points during the 1961-62 season, averaging an unreal 50.4 points per game. Chamberlain's 1961-62 NBA season is nothing short of legendary, a monument to individual excellence and sheer dominance on the court. Scoring a jaw-dropping 4,029 points that season, Chamberlain left defenders absolutely stunned with his ability to score at will. The pinnacle of this remarkable season came on March 2nd, 1962, when Wilt did the unthinkable, scoring 100 points in a single game against the New York Knicks. This iconic performance still resonates with basketball fans around the world and is a testament to Chamberlain's unparalleled scoring prowess. But it wasn't just about scoring for Wilt. He also dominated the boards, averaging 25 rebounds per game and showcasing his all-around brilliance. His scoring efficiency was off the charts, shooting over 50% from the field and 60% from the free throw line. Wilt truly was a once-in-a-generation talent. And if you think that's impressive, get this. Out of the top 6 highest points per game seasons in NBA history, Wilt is mentioned 5 times. Many fans believe that his records will never be broken. But let's dive into the next record that felt unbreakable until King James came along. Most points in a career. For years, it seemed like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record was set in stone. The mix of skill, longevity, and health needed to break it seemed almost impossible. That is, of course, until LeBron James entered the court. On February 7, 2023, in a game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, LeBron made history. In the third quarter, he hit a mid-range fadeaway, surpassing Kareem to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer. The crowd erupted. Legends of the game were there to witness it, and even Kareem himself shared a heartfelt moment with LeBron at half-court. This was a defining moment in a career filled with record-breaking achievements. LeBron isn't typically known just for scoring, yet no one in NBA history has scored more points, and with him still playing at an elite level, who knows how high he'll set the bar. Everyone who saw LeBron pass Kareem will remember that moment forever and will never forget LeBron's incredible talent and determination. Speaking of hard-working players, though, let's talk about the sharpshooting maestro who changed the game with his incredible range. All-time three-point leader. On December 14, 2021, Stephen Curry did something spectacular. He nailed a three-pointer against the New York Knicks, surpassing NBA legend Ray Allen's total of 2,973 to become the all-time leader in regular season three-pointers made. This moment was a long time coming, yet it still felt surreal. Curry is widely regarded as the best shooter in NBA history and had already shattered the single-season record with 402 three-pointers in the 2015 2015-2016 season. He even surpassed Allen's combined regular and postseason total earlier that year. What's mind-blowing is that Curry achieved this milestone in just 786 games, while Allen took 1,300 games. For Curry, shooting threes is as natural as breathing. It's effortless. His impact on the game is undeniable, and breaking this record highlights his extraordinary talent and relentless work ethic. He's constantly delivered whenever his team needs him, but when it comes to showing up when it counts, one name reigns supreme: most points in a playoff game. When it came to jaw-dropping performances in clutch moments, nobody did it better than Michael Jordan. On April 20th, 1986, Jordan set the bar sky high with a spectacular 63-point game for the Chicago Bulls against the Boston Celtics. The playoffs are where legends are made, and Jordan's performance that night was nothing short of legendary. The stage was set. The 1985-86 Boston Celtics, considered one of the best teams of all time, were dominant, boasting a 67-15 regular season record and an incredible 40-1 record at the Boston Garden. Jordan's Bulls faced an uphill battle, but MJ was unfazed. He lit up the court, connecting on 22 of his 41 field goal attempts and sinking 19 of 21 free throws. His 63 points were not only a personal triumph, but also matched the combined total of the two highest scoring Celtics in the game, Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. Although the game ended in a double overtime loss for the Bulls, Jordan's performance remains etched in NBA history as a testament to his scoring prowess and competitive spirit. He didn't just play the game, he defined what it means to rise to the occasion in the playoffs. But the record holder for the most points in a finals game might just surprise you, and his performance in the NBA Finals made history. On April 14, 1962, Elgin Baylor set the bar sky high with a record-breaking 61 points for the Los Angeles Lakers against the Boston Celtics. Lakers fans were treated to an absolute masterclass, as Baylor not only poured in 61 points, but also grabbed 22 rebounds in Game 5 of the 1962 NBA Finals. That 61-point explosion still stands as the highest single-game total in Finals history, a record that has stood the test of time. Baylor's feat becomes even more remarkable considering his circumstances. As a United States Army reservist, he was called to active duty and could only join the Lakers on weekends, playing just 48 games in the regular season with minimal practice. Despite these challenges, he shot 22 of 46 from the field and converted 17 of his 19 free throw attempts. Baylor's incredible performance helped the Lakers to secure a narrow 126-121 victory, giving them a 3-2 series lead. Though the Lakers ultimately lost the series in 7 games, Baylor's 61-point game remains an iconic moment in NBA history. But while some players step up to the challenge at critical times, some are born for the spotlight. Most points in a debut game. On October 24, 1959, the basketball world was introduced to the unstoppable force that was Wilt Chamberlain. In his very first NBA game, Chamberlain made an unforgettable debut, leading the Philadelphia Warriors to a victory over the New York Knicks with a jaw-dropping 43 points and 28 rebounds, shooting an impressive 17 for 27 from the field and 9 for 15 from the free throw line. Wilt's debut remains the gold standard, as no other player has matched his combined points and rebounds in their first game. Maurice Stokes and John Drew, who are tied in second place, only managed 32 points each, while Bill Walton's 24 rebounds falls short of Wilt's mark. This game was just the beginning of a Hall of Fame career for Chamberlain. Over the years, he racked up an incredible list of accolades: 2 championships, 1 Finals MVP award, 4 MVP awards, 13 All-Star selections, 10 All-NBA selections, and 2 All-Defensive Team selections as well. He even led the league in assists once, showcasing his all-around talent. Wilt finished his legendary career with eye-popping averages of 30.1 points, 22.9 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game. So, do you think any of these incredible records will ever be broken? If you like this video, you will love what happened to every #1 pick from 2019 to 2023. Click on the video now and don't forget to follow for a taco.